You ever stood in front of two people and one of them's funny? More specifically, one of them has a sense of humor, and the other person just gives you that stink eye, gives you that opposite one too. When you're like, oh, that's double stanky. In slowed down time, to recognize your health, like, oh, my baggy ugly eyes. My social worker says, like, oh, those are ugly today. Where's my glasses? Oh, it's like a UFO landing. Like, oh, those facial features don't look so stressed out now. That piece of food. Oh, boop. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Behavior. It's like the emotion. It's gotta wait for it. You wait for it enough, and then it goes boom, boom. It's like the guy who has a sense of humor, or the person who has a sense of humor. Could be a man or a woman. They could be gender neutral. They could be this or a beep. And, you know, eventually, the person who doesn't have a sense of humor, they have an emotion. They might not be laughing. They could say, look, motherfucker, you don't shut your fucking mouth. I'm gonna, I'm gonna make a sound and you're gonna go. And a lot like saying words and doing engineering and living in the world. Going towards a goal like medical school, graduate school, are chemically mixed up like a smoothie. And like my social worker said yesterday, the distance of emotions. Do you feel distant from your emotions? Or a similar explanation to the video, I gotta push the stop. Are similar to my ears and the sound coming out of the building, above and to the sides. Dimensional. trippy, whatever a person wants to describe those as with their words or with their pictures. Maybe they just draw a picture and say, no, you can no longer describe anything that's already been said. There's stuff that's gotten done and completed. So move on. Towards another thought. And then the real dilemma occurs. Well, does time just keep pushing a person towards more energy, pushing a person towards more decision making, pushing a person towards more of what everyone else in the world describes as life, health, happiness, and other descriptions? There's other availability. You know, go live with the wolves. You know, being able to go live with the wolves. Going to buy a boat and then going on the ocean in the boat. But what I'm talking about has to do with this freedom. You take the boat out and someone doesn't, have to check your food and check your wellness to go on the water. But they might. And maybe even yell, like, you're gonna hurt yourself. So I'm sorry, but no, you cannot take your boat out that you bought, that you were planning on going to the ocean with on a voyage. All for what a person saw, heard, seen, and done. There's the there's like the lie. Obvious, for some people, and confusing for some other folks who say, I don't get what you're saying. I think you're talking about wolves and you're just schizophrenic. I think you play with your little stupid fucking raspberry fucking sloth and you're just a fucking moron. Except what they're doing has to do with emotion and distraction. Causing the emotion of sadness. Oh, I'm stupid. Depression. But the freedom and the lies aren't so unrelated. And mostly what all of this video has to do with is like, well, intelligence, smart, safety, security, well-being. Okay. In outer space. Unknown sounds, weirdness, random patterns, spontaneous birds just going chirp, chirp, chirp. A part of the object in outer space with people like me, a human, and people like, whoever, might be watching this video. And there's the end to the lie. Language to make stuff more, and to get, language. Like, oh, there's too much of this, so we got to have a language to figure this out, and there's too much language, so we got to do this, It's the super genius's plan to have what they want, when they need it, exactly at the right time. On their planet in outer space, the object they are trapped on, floating in the big, to not even call it space, okay? So it's space neutral, it's language neutral. And a good title for this comedy video, language neutral. It's like the old mimes, It's like trying to describe this, and like they didn't talk, like silent movies, And then finally in the movies, they just got the camera and they were like, and then we're like, oh, that's nice. I just don't see why anybody would want to eat bone broth for breakfast, And then you get language neutral and then gesture neutral and behavior neutral. So then there's only one option left. But this option looking ahead still needs to eat the food I just showed on the screen, on the video. The non-moving, non-speaking, non-gesturing, non-behavioring, non-emotioning, except to cry, face on the screen, has to go to the bathroom. Normal activities requiring folks to work together, or else shitting in the woods, pooping in the bushes, and hunting some animals. Maybe even with your bare hands, because there's no one to make bullets anymore or make knives. So either got to make an object and be a caveman or cavewoman, punch the freaking animal to death until you get food, or grab some stuff from plants to feed your body, brain, and mind. And then there gets to be a social cognition. Oh, so I guess that's why you don't go back to the grocery store where they get mad at you for talking to other customers and not sounding correct to their ears. The workers, the people who give the food. Not much different than, a farmer. Says, well, why do I wake up every morning? You just sleep in every day and eat my food. How about, a little respect, and you're a slave, It's like, well, the slave can eat. The slave can push the button and hit stop.